Big Brother's a bit on the side. If James Jordan is the Brad Pitt of dancing, then we are the Keith Chegwin of spin-off shows! Yeah! So, the question is, though, what have we learnt from tonight's show? Well, Dee's voice, along with mine, can penetrate lead. Kids could be watching the show, so let's all be on our best behaviour. And I can confirm, this is an actual fact, OXO cubes in hot water is delicious. Yay! I had it as a kid. Anyone else? Yes? Yes, the youngsters are like, what? All us older people are like, yeah, gravy in a mug. Amazing. Well, like Gary, we are not spinning our wheels in mud tonight. We've got very good tyres and great traction. So let's meet tonight's panel. First up is a culinary genius who has an enormous appetite for all things Celebrity Big Brother. Does she think this year's mix of housemates is one big recipe for disaster? Let's find out. It's Nadia Sawalha! Next up is a man who just keeps getting invited back onto the show. For one reason and one reason only. It's because he's so damn sexy. Witness the fitness of Matt Johnson. Are you blushing, babes?
I hate that shit.
Are you blushing?
Yeah.
You love that shit,
I hate
what you're
that shit.
talking about. And completing our lineup is a Bots regular known for her sweet-as-pie demeanour and for always sitting on the fence when it comes to her opinions about their housemates. Well, we tried as a kid. It's the gorgeous Louisa. It's been a busy weekend for our star of the show. Leslie has spoken and the 5 housemates facing eviction this week are Gary, Kelly,
Thank you for tuning me up.
James,
I'm not scared of you, mate.
David,
Start real low and explode.
and Claire.
I'm a pussycat.
It's been a while, but I still got it. OK, now, no, I don't know why I'm talking in a really shit American accent.
I'm enjoying it.
Did Leslie put the right people up?
Well, at risk of getting unbelievable tidal wave of hate on Twitter, I am going to say I do not like Kelly at all, and I am so over the moon she is up.
Really?
I have loved watching all the celebrities, no matter what she says, doing their whole PC thing and just agreeing with everything because she's having a sex change. It's not going to necessarily make her a nice person. And that childish strop, that woe is me, poor old me strop the other night. I was hurling things at the television.
Could it be, you know, the hormone change that she's going
But
through?
she wasn't nice when she was frank. Was she? I mean...
Well, I don't really know much about Frank.
Well, from
or
what I
boxing or
gather,
what he was like,
a lot of things Frank said I didn't like when he was Frank. You know, and now, when he's Kelly, I think that she's playing at every chance she gets. She bitches and bitches about Leslie. She's so jealous of Leslie. I mean, that hilarious line when she said, everyone knows, I saved him in that, you know, in the agency bit. Oh, you're so bitchy.
So you think it's a jealousy thing between
terrible jealousy,
Kelly and
terrible
Leslie?
egomaniac, terrible, like, the woe is me. I can't bear the woe is me. I can't bear a sulker.
Wow. Tell us what you really think.
I was going to say, you know, the woe is me and sulker people out there, they can be quite annoying, but it may be because of the big change she's had in her life recently.
Well,
it might be. It's got to be a
it may be, but she herself says every single day, I was always horrible. You know, so she says it. She says it the whole time.
Let's just hope she's trying to be nice then. She's getting nicer, hopefully, as a human being, maybe.
She's very
Early days.
She's ready for showbiz because she's very two-faced.
What is definitely apparent is that Nadia really doesn't like her. Louisa, you faced eviction 4 times on the trot. You were first up. How does it feel to be one of the first?
It's not
massively nice, and I think they're all quite insecure, so they're probably all thinking it's going to be them. I don't think Claire thinks that she is going to go, but it is scary and it's not nice, and it is really the first opportunity that you get to learn what the public thinks of you.
Do you think this is the right group of people? Do you think Leslie picked correctly?
I think Claire's not right, and I didn't really get Leslie's explanation on that.
We're going to talk about that a bit later.
I'm happy that James is out, because I hate him.
He's such a good housemate.
By the sound of it. Now, we saw Frenchie escape eviction tonight, replacing herself, as Louisa just said, with James. Do you think she made a good choice there, Matt? Did she
by choosing James?
Yeah.
I think possibly, because I don't think many people do like James. I've taken a dislike to him a little bit.
Why? Why?
I do.
Why?
I think he's really unsure of himself.
Because he's an attractive man.
Yeah, I'm intimidated by the James. No, I feel he's trying to prove himself a little bit too much to be really manly. He comes from a dancing background, and he's really trying too hard to be this alpha male. Picking a fight with a heavyweight boxer, stupid. It's a bad idea. You know what I mean? Although saying that he's a good housemate, maybe he shouldn't be up on that list.
It's always a wise thing to say, I'm not scared of you, when there's 50 cameras watching. And a whole yeah, I'm not scared of you, because what are you going to do about it, basically?
We have to learn the lesson that we have to keep the ones in that we don't like. He is going around mixing it. I'm not going to... He's a very important player
He is
in the
mixing,
game.
isn't he? Like, you know, he said he's there to have a good time. And then tonight, he's like... Yeah, we haven't had a bit of drama for a while.
What was it the other day? This place is full of morons.
What do you all think of James?
I think, obviously, he's not liked from the people outside. You know, the viewers obviously will probably agree that he should be going. But actually, I think you've said it rightly there, Nadia, actually. He's actually annoying, yes, but he keeps stirring things up. So we don't want people who are big characters to go out, especially first. Let them
So who do you think should be going then?
I think for me, I think the person hasn't actually shown a lot about them, or we haven't seen much of them, is Claire. As much as you know, I think Claire's a lovely person, but to watch, I think she hasn't.
Can I just say one thing?
But
Claire is the naughtiest person ever. She's not necessarily
Lisa Riley
lovely.
said the same thing. She was like, yeah, don't talk about her as being the mother of the house. She is the naughty girl of the house.
The problem with
And
this
also
eviction is that everybody adds something. This is a really good year, and it's not one really that stands out as a really weak contributor to the programme, I think.
And you do kind of... People are shouting, Edel, Stephanie, they're not up for eviction. We're talking about the people that are up for eviction. Huh?
Who should replace
Oh,
Frenchie?
who should be...
I
Sorry,
think
Barbara.
it should have been
You
Stephanie.
put me on my place there. Right, let's move on to the strongest housemate. Leslie said was Claire, and that's why he put her up, apparently for a tactical reason. Nadia, did you understand his reasoning?
I think it's probably that he doesn't really know her very well yet, and if she had been unleashed, he would be keeping her, because they would be having riotous nights together. And she's very, very naughty.
Yeah.
Really naughty. And she was a real femme fatale.
Look at Nadia's face.
I mean, seriously, when I was in EastEnders, she was at Emmerdale in the time, and where any do you ever went into, she would walk in and all the boys would just flop. She was absolutely gorgeous. And I think she's really struggling. In the live feed, Ricky said to her, she was saying, oh, I'm just like your sister. He went, sister? You'll be like, you're dreaming, or something like that, mother. And ever since that point, she's just retracted. It's been a massive shock for her, that.
Really?
She needs gin.
She needs gin.
More gin.
Okay.
I reckon she's the type of person that will come out of her shell the longer she's in there, though.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like Ashley was in the previous show.
I think also it's important to have a variety of ages in the house as well. And a variety of male and female ages, not just a bunch of youngsters. It's good to have your Garys in there who are 70 and your Leslie's in there. You know, variety of life. You know, this is what life is. All ages and sexes. Talking about sexes, or sexy.
Or sexing.
David, who to some people is very sexy. Bit too beefy for me. I prefer skinny men. He doesn't, though, seem to even realise that he's up for eviction. It's just like this over his head, isn't it? Like, yeah, it's OK, I don't mind. Louisa, you like men. Are you a fan fan of this one?
No, I don't like David. He's a bit too beefy and thick for me. I have to be a bit more challenged mentally. But I think I just don't like him. I wouldn't be surprised if he went, actually.
Really?
He really doesn't bring anything to the table, does he? He just prances around in those stupid tiny... But I mean, if you got in the bedroom and someone started prancing, you'd laugh.
Really?
You don't find that... I would laugh him out the bedroom if he turns up those silly little...
Really? Is that bad?
Yeah,
That's
awful.
where I've been going wrong.
This is why you're still single. I can't believe it.
Yeah, no, he's an idiot.
OK, and finally, let's move on. We've got to fit everybody in. So Gary's also facing the chop on Wednesday. How do you think he has coped, Matt, on the scrap heap?
I think it's been the best thing for him and everybody else, getting him away from the situation. He needs some time to kind of, like, I think, to digest the situation. He's all spiritual, so he's had some time to have some sleep and to meditate or whatever he does. It's been the best thing for him and possibly for everybody else as well, because he stunk at one point, I'm pretty sure of that.
He did love having that shower, though, didn't he? He came out just like, oh, I feel like I've been baptised. It was like amazing.
You have one every day, young man.
Yeah. And he has, as we know, been in the business for a long time, 40-odd years. Nadia, do you think the others could learn from him? They keep saying, you know, this is an experience, and he says very often, you know, we're all here to learn from each other. But are people listening to him enough and trying to learn from him, rather than going, he's just a bit crackers, let's just not listen to him or give him any time?
I think they're all learning how to hold their temper and hold their patience, because I think if there weren't 50 cameras in there, we'd see very different reactions. I mean, James is constantly... I mean, it's so funny where he sits down and tries to have these conversations and he's burning inside, but he's already been brought in and told off by Big Brother, hasn't he? So I think he's pushed them all to the edge. I am still... pretty sure the whole thing is an act.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think that he is desperate to get another Oscar. That's not going to happen, and he's going to come out and he's just going to be this nice sort of like laid back.
I think he completely overplays it as well.
And now he's overacting big time.
He does it to wind James up as well. He winds James up.
I think he's a natural eccentric. He'd be the first one I'd vote to save. I think he's amazing for the show. You're right, Louisa. David is the one that should go. He gives the least to the show. But all the others I'd keep in.
Oh, don't tell me he's acting! Don't tell me that!
Oh, I love it.
I think
Double
James
twist.
was really rude to him in tonight's programme when Gary was trying to explain his spirituality about his past lives.
I'm
and
sure
James
he's
just
winding
sat
him up,
there.
though.
Well,
He's
no,
winding
if
him
he
up.
believes it... Oh, I don't agree with
I
you
think
too.
he's a little bit cookie.
I'm on your side.
He definitely overacts
I've got to
it.
tell you, we're 3 minutes over on this debate already. We could go on all night, but thank you all very much. Now, Lauren may have some big old knockers. I haven't, but I have got some big old exclusives. Do you believe me? No. I don't even know if they know what they're talking about. Here it is anyway.
I don't think Frenchie had a hard choice. You know, she said, oh, it's really difficult, but, you know, me and you were the only people that had argument. Yeah, because I'm the only person that would tell you to shut the fuck up when you're running up and down the bedroom at 4 o'clock in the morning, screaming your head off, saying, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. She's a Looney Tune. She's something from Poltergeist. Frenchie is extremely, extremely selfish. It's all about me, 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 me. It's nothing about the team. To the point where she hides food for herself. She hide water. It's all about her. At the end of the day, she's still a girl in some shape or form, I presume. But everyone knows what she's like. It's just maybe they don't necessarily say it because they probably don't want to upset her and have all their clothes cut up.
I wouldn't like that. OK, join me after the break for loads more House exclusives. Plus, Dr. Pam will be talking about the Celebrity Viper scale. But first, Eviction Night looms this Wednesday. Claire, David, Gary, James and Kelly are all up for the chop. Remember, it's vote to save in Celebrity Big Brother. Here are the details you need. This week, Claire, David, Gary, James and Kelly all face the public vote. Who stays, you decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to save. From a mobile, call 650 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to save. For Claire, add 02. For David, add 03. For Gary, add 07. For James, add 09. For Kelly, add 10. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50 pence. Other landlines may vary. Or you can vote on iOS devices via the new Celebrity Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99 pence. If you already have the Big Brother app, you will need to update it to vote. Voting closes in Wednesday's eviction show. Votes cast after the lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Celebrity Big Brother website. I like to give. Would you like an exclusive? Yeah! I give you another.
Is it? Yeah.
Monday? I don't think it's going to be a live show tonight.
There may be. The difference is, no matter what, we have to go with it. We're not controlling our own fate and destiny.
Or he could be winding me up.
Or maybe we have a shopping task.
Because he knows I'm a wind-up anyway.
We might have a shopping task today.
Well, this is what's so fucking annoying, a shopping task. I still don't mean we're going to get any food today. If we pass the task, that means we get some sort of list and then take another...
Or, you know what me and you should do?
Yeah.
Fuck the shopping task up, because we might
be going anyway. There's no point in them eating
either. Yeah, but when you fucking end up fucking staying here and I fucking shove kidney beans up your fucking arse.
Leave him in there with no food.
D.
You little shitbag.
D, you're supposed to be my mentor, teach me how to be a lady. How can I, like, use
This is being a lady, Kelly. This is being a lady.
Fuck him.
You fucking tosspots.
Fuck him.
Fuck you.
Surely it can't be... The live show will be Friday.
Is that a favourite word in England, I'm going to go and wash.
Yeah.
I would have thought it would be nice. Didn't have one last one?
Same in America.
Now they can add sabotage to the mix. OK, joining us now is a woman who puts the expert into sexpert. Ryland's had it all summer, but now she is mine. Please put your hands together for the amazing Dr. Pam Spur. It's quite a house we have on our hands. What have you made to the first week of our brand new housemates?
I've got to say, it's like Big Brother concocted the most exotic cocktail with this huge mix of personalities, which means we start out feeling quite tipsy, going, wow, we love all these personalities. The hangover soon set in. And I've got to say, on entry night, my head was spinning like Exorcist
what
style.
What a hangover it was,
I was like,
right?
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking, whoa, you know, what's going to happen with this dynamic mix? And what has happened is that they have very little cohesive bonding, and they're all vying for attention and status.
OK, I suppose there's vying for attention in well, various different ways. One way that's become quite apparent quite quickly is romance. Oh, romance. Let's start with Ricky and Lauren. Is it genuine on... I mean, I know Lauren has said she doesn't really like him. Ricky seems to really kind of going for it, doesn't he?
Well, the thing is...
Is it genuine?
I think he likes her, but I don't think it's really... I'm going to be diplomatic at this stage. The thing is, when we fancy someone, we create the possibility for romance by giving signals. And what Ricky's done is he's been really immature about it. He was gushing last night when Lauren was listing the traits she liked, and he was going, oh, you know, we're going there, whatever he was doing. And then tonight it's all about the cold shoulder. Yeah. Don't buy a dating guide from him, is what I say.
It's very school playground, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Pull the pigtails sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, then when it comes to Lauren, she's pre-relationship stage. She is too vulnerable to get in a relationship. Yet she's getting all this pressure. I think it was Claire last night saying, oh, you could do well by him.
And
he'll
James
say, okay.
asking her about
exactly.
it as well, yeah.
She doesn't need a man to validate her. And I hope Lauren runs a mile, you know?
She has been. She was very much like, he's a nice guy, but I'm not into him like that. And then it does seem like she's kind of like...
With the pressure.
I don't think so. I don't think... Will she succumb to it, do you think?
Well, I hope she just, once this cold shoulder stuff that she was talking about in the bathroom tonight, that she just goes, I don't need this. I've had a rough ride. You know, we all know she's quite vulnerable, and why should she put up with it? She doesn't need it.
And not just for the house as well. Like, don't just do it in the house.
Exactly.
You know, just wait till afterwards if it's genuine.
Of course.
How about...
No, if it's genuine, we want to see it in the house.
No, we had too much of that in the summer, Pam. George and Stephanie.
Well, isn't George like that lovable puppy? Okay, he's a kinky, toe-sucking puppy, but he's still lovable.
And let's face it, who wouldn't fancy her, really? She's very pretty, isn't she?
The thing is, though, about Stephanie, she's a shrewd operator. She's got that Spidey heritage. And, you know, if she hears the crowd's reaction on eviction night that they really like George, we might see a little flirting. It's never going to be love, though. Never, ever in a million years. He's so not her type.
So you think she might play on it to get her further in the competition?
Oh, definitely. I think she would play on it, for sure. She knows George is going to... If she knows George is popular, as we know, outside...
People are shattering my illusions tonight. First Nadia with Gary, now you with Stephanie. Now, we've already had quite a few arguments and confrontations, as we've already kind of hit on. Why has it happened so early? Because it was literally just a day or two in, and boom.
Well, when you look at group psychology, early onset conflict is usually about two key traits. High need for attention. What have we got? We've got a bunch of big ego celebrities. And also lack of social filter. And that means they don't stop and pause. So when they're angry and they're thinking, this is all about me, I can say what I want, they've been saying what they want.
Yeah. It's interesting as well, isn't it? Because you would think celebrities, media training. They would know what to say and what not to say. So why is there no filter? Why are they just kind of saying whatever? I mean, we're glad that they are, obviously, because it's making compulsive viewing, but you would think they would be slightly more guarded.
Well, they can't, because they're so used to getting what they want in the outer world. So many of them get the red carpet treatment wherever they go, and they're used to being the center of attention, so they expect it. What's interesting, what you've just asked, is Gary actually, although he's been abrasive, he has his hearing impairment, and he's upset some people, he actually has the most media savvy when he does kind of back away from a lot of the arguments.
Yeah.
Or does it's like a figure eight, and we're all going to learn from each other.
And says that he's not going to get involved with anything. He learnt years ago not to argue. That soon shut James up, didn't it? He was like, OK, we can't argue now. Let's move on. Now, something you want to talk about is the Viper scale.
Exactly. Now,
what is it?
Well, as I say, the Viper scale is how willing a person is to inflict insults as poisonous as a snake bite on another person to really get at their self-esteem. Exactly.
OK. And who's at the top of the Viper scale?
Well, I think we've got the scale, haven't we?
We should have a scale.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay,
There's
Leslie,
our scale.
of course. We've got Leslie because we know how vicious his tongue has been. When he's not having fun, he's the other way. Next, we've got Kelly and Frenchie, who have also been happy to let loose with, sort of poisonous remarks. Then comes James and David. Gary, of course, even though, as I just said, on the whole, seems to have better media training, he still has said things, or even just his behaviour...
He's still likely to be able to go for it.
And smirking when Leslie was so upset. That's the biggest put-down you can do to someone. And then, of course, oddly, when he got a little bit over the top, when James, of course, was riling him.
Yeah.
And, sort of that threatening...
Does that have the potential to work against them? Say somebody like Leslie, who was voted star of the show on the app by everybody watching, but also is at the top of your Viper scale because he can have a slight bite to him at times as well, which the housemates we've seen them start to pick up on now. The girls were talking in the garden about how he's got a slightly nasty streak maybe in him.
Exactly.
Will it go against him, or do people just like him enough to just be like, well, that's just him?
Interesting point, because the thing is, the Viper scale shows your willingness to inflict pain, but also if you're high likability too, which of course Leslie has demonstrated he can be so funny, his anecdotes are amusing, then sometimes you can bring it down so you can kind of get away with it if you're likable enough. But as we saw last night in the garden, it was Dee, Claire and Kelly were talking about, the fact that, like Claire was saying, he never asked me about stuff, and they were all saying how, he's got quite a tongue on him.
Yeah.
It could go against him if he doesn't rein it in, and that's true with anyone on the Viper scale. Don't let it go too far.
So there's a fine line. They need to be careful. OK, Dr. Pam, thank you very much. Pam Sparrow. Still to come, we've got loads more juicy gossip from the house, plus find out what happened when Gary got his lethal weapon out. See you in a bit. On this side. Now, I want to talk to you about the spirit of bots. Never give up. Never, ever give up. We just cannot give up. Because we still have another 2 parts of the show to go. Can I get an amen? Why do I keep doing this shit American accent? Thank you, brothers and sisters. But before that, back to Brummy. We've got another exclusive for you. Can I get an amen to this? Amen. Here it is.
He's looking at you.
I see that. Everything okay? I know you told him to do this.
I didn't.
No.
I think it's something you said.
It's almost pervy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't understand, but that's all right.
There'll come a time.
I promise. I'll kill you quickly.
I feel threatened.
That was a bit of the character. Mr. Joshua, I played in Lethal Weapon.
Oh, wait a minute. That would be so funny if that was the trailer. If they just showed Gary doing that, but not to anyone. Like, and they thought, you know, like the trailer for the next episode. Big Brother, do it. Everyone would tune in.
Oh, no, we can never do that. OK, so there's loads more to talk about tonight. So let's start with the heavyweight battle between the Brad Pitt of the dance world, James Jordan. Why do I laugh when I say that? And the Gary Busey of films, Gary Busey. What did you make to that whole thing, Nadia?
Well, I think a lot of people have forgotten when Gary said to James, fairly early on, when he found him and Leslie in the bedroom with Leslie with the rubber gloves.
Yeah.
Goes, you want to stick your ass up in the air? You want to put Vaseline on his finger? It's gonna be a little ass. It'll be a little ass. Do you remember that? That was the biggest. James lies awake at night remembering that. And I also have a theory that they see what they hate about themselves and they try and dismiss, they see in each other.
Really?
So they are just going to keep on going. And they're passive. It's like, who can be more passive-aggressive? Who can be more passive-aggressive? And James keeps using this English thing. Which is, I mean, if he watches how many times he's used, see, we're in England and we are in the English. But yeah, it all goes back to the finger up the bum.
Everything does. Everything does.
I love how Nadia gets so into it. She has, I just think they see each other. It's all about finger up the bum.
James did not like that.
Now, Gary says that he's still learning the British culture and its rituals. Matt, how do you think he's settling into life in Britain and the Big Brother house?
Not very well, obviously, is he, to be honest? I think sometimes he can use that as an excuse as well. He's trying to get away with it. I do it. I'm from Wales. I come to London and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm Welsh. I'm sorry. Because I'm being a dick. It's just my excuse. But I think he's doing the same. He's kind of picking up little things and little nuances, but I'm pretty sure he knows a lot more about the UK than he's letting off.
It's all an act.
Well, that may be a bit of an act. You might be right there, but not all the time. But I think, OK.
How do you all think he's settling in?
I just think he is absolute TV gold. He went on there and I thought, I hate you. I could not live with you. I hate you. And now I sit in my living room laughing to myself at him. I honestly, when he fell over, I was like, you are brilliant. I love you so much.
You love him because he fell over.
I like him. I didn't think I was going to like him, but he is playing a very good game. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's working them. They're not working him.
That's quite interesting.
Do the Americans know what Big Brother's all about? I sometimes wonder what they think they're coming into. Like Leslie said, I never thought it'd be like this.
Yeah, but then he did also say, I'm here for the money. Yeah. Speaking of which, let's talk about the water bug, Leslie. Those were Gary's words, not mine. He has had a lot of power recently. How do you think he's handling it, Louisa?
I think it's gone to his head. I really liked Leslie when I met him. He was just like this miniature ball of fun. And, like, whatever's happened, the house has made him go a bit crazy. Because he's quite vicious, but in a sort of quite funny way. Yeah. So I quite like him. I think he's a great housemate, to be honest.
He's obviously a hit with the viewers because they did vote him as the star of the show. Kelly, he's noticed, has Kelly noticed that he's been a little bit quieter the last couple of days.
He's exhausted. 18 years sober, I have not lost my temper. 3 times I have lost my temper. I will not lose my temper in this house. 5 minutes later,
please give me some tuition on that accent?
I'm
going
to take to one side later.
Okay, thank you.
But
do you think, can he keep his cool for the rest of the series?
No. Of course, yeah. I think he's one of the greatest housemates that ever lived.
Yeah.
I mean, can any of us ever forget him walking around with those bars? You are a French slut. Who says that on Big Brother? And he does everything with such passion. And I mean, he was the crystal meth addict.
Is that the actor in him? You mentioned about Gary that he's acting. Do you think part of this is Leslie's act?
No, I think, and I don't know if you remember the episode where he said, acting is about telling the truth. And I think actually he's telling the truth. I think that he's been 18 years in recovery. Can you imagine how many AA meetings and crystal meth meetings?
He's 100% method acting.
So he's like, this is his truth. This is 100% method. Yeah. For me, he is just gold. Absolutely.
Yeah. He is fantastic to watch. We've got to talk about Ricky and his quest for Lauren. My God. Matt, if you were in the house, would you move that quickly if you liked someone?
No, absolutely not.
You liar!
No, I fucking wouldn't. Shut up. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even be in there for a start. But if I was in there, if I liked somebody, I would not be so public about it. He's really put his heart on his sleeve there and told everybody how much he loves it. But he's used to it, isn't he?
He doesn't like.
I was going to say,
yeah.
do you think it's
I think there's an element that he does, but he's just one of these guys. I've got a mate like it who just, I like a girl. Now I love this girl. Yeah, mate, yeah. But he's just doing that. I think Lauren's not interested, but as soon as she realises how many column inches she can get, I think that's when they'll get together.
How many what inches?
Column inches.
Louisa, what do you make to the whole scenario?
I think it's crap. I think that they're so talentless. The only way that they can get headlines is by forcing a showmance. And Lauren's trying to be all like, God, she's so self-aware. It's really annoying. She's just like, oh God, you like me. So I want to pop her lips and I want to punch her. I think it's just so irritating though, isn't it? It's the only way they can get attention. It's just
I'm not used to having to deal with her. I'm just not used to her. Normally Rylan has to put up with her.
The thing is, I think we like them both. I just don't like them together because we're all cynical, aren't we?
I can't stand either of them.
You don't like anybody.
She likes Leslie.
Oh yeah, one.
What do we think of George's bowl of love for Stephanie?
Sweet. Totally sweet.
Oh, I love that.
I think that would be one of the world's...
Let me guess what you're going to say.
I love George. I have a theory that George has never actually had sex with anyone, but he's got this close a million times because he's the guy the girls want to cry with. He's the guy that the girls want to laugh with. And as Lauren says, someday somebody will love you for your personality. Do you remember that great line? And that's George. And I think, I mean, it's never going to happen to Stephanie, not unless they bring Jägermeister in by the vat.
Well, listen, I think George is the most fanciable guy in there.
No, I didn't say he's not. I'm just saying
he's the most fanciable
those girls in there.
Do you think they'll get it on?
Ladies,
I hope.
stop arguing about George.
I hope they get it on.
And don't forget,
it'll be lovely if they do.
She's not good enough for him.
Shut up, you two.
She is not.
He's not here to defend himself, so we cannot say whether he has ever been with a woman.
I'm sorry.
We cannot confirm.
In my opinion.
I'm going to Google it.
Shush! That's it.
No.
Still to come, Matt and Louisa. I don't know why, but they're going to be let loose in the reality gallery.
Yeah, we are.
Plus, find out what scares Stephanie. But time now for a part of the show called Life After Celebrity Big Brother. Have you ever wondered what Lauren Harries has been up to since appearing on the show? Well, apart from coming on here, this is what.
August 2013. After a 2-year campaign, television personality Lauren Harries finally made her entrance to the Big Brother house, and she won the hearts of the British public, not the show. She did, however, become a finalist, placing 3rd in the competition. Today, Lauren has taken a trip to a top Cardiff recording studio to record her single, All Dressed Up.
Coffee with half a sugar, please.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Good.
Oh, good to see you. So yeah, you'll have the headphones on.
Right.
Some people like to take one
one side off.
I was thinking of doing that, yeah.
Because then they can hear
their own voice.
And what we'll do what everyone does from Mariah Carey through to Madonna. We record it several times, and we use the best takes.
Right.
And I promise you, they all do that.
When you're ready.
I'm ready when you are, Lauren.
Okay, I'm going to press the button then.
Okay, go. And...
All dressed up with nowhere to go. All dressed up, got nobody to show. All glammed up, but there's no one to see.
I'm really pleased with it. I think this is the first time that she's been in the studio. I think we'll do it a few more times before we're happy with it.
For first take, that was good. It's quite, it's quite, tiring. All dressed up.
Lauren debuted her song All Dressed Up in the Big Brother house and often reflects on her time with her fellow celebrities.
I'm all dressed up. The hardest thing in the house is being stuck with that Calma Griffin, handcuffed to all day. And I think she was very instrumental in the house, but just don't give a bottle of wine. I don't think I ever will be to LA to see Courtney. I think I really, really thought we would be best buddies forever. And I was so naive. Vicky, she said that we would go to see a farm. Mario said he'd take me to Essex for a girls' night out and find me a man. Charlotte said we could go and have fish and chips on the beach in Cardiff. None of these things happened. Charlotte, you can shove your chips where the sun don't shine. A woman alone, such a bad thing to do.
Although she has found it difficult to maintain contact with her fellow celebrity housemates, Lauren has thrown herself into her music and has set her sights high.
The party's at home, the party's on me. I always put everything I've got into everything. I will do my very utmost to win Eurovision, because the song will be great, and I will be as great as I possibly can.
To make her dreams of representing the United Kingdom at Eurovision a reality, Lauren takes a street dance class to improve her urban credibility.
It's a dance class. So what do we do? When you sing, you dance within, you dance as you so on. As my producer said, I'm a very good dancer anyway, I just have a natural rhythm. This sort of dancing is forced dancing, really. It's not dancing to music and dancing to the beat, which is what dancing is really all about.
Seemingly, Lauren's Big Brother experience has allowed her to find a new direction.
Celebrity Big Brother got me lots of fans to see who I really was. A lot of people have said, I was a fan of yours, but I never really got to know you. And I'm sure Celebrity Big Brother made that happen. It's time for you to see a more hip, sexy rock chick, Lauren Harris. Eurovision 2015, I've got it in the bag.
Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's Bit on the Side, the show that's less sexier than George, less famous than George, less talented than George, and less intelligent than Stephanie. Here's the news. At 11:32 this morning, Leslie and Kelly were in the pod strengthening their bond.
How long have you been living in Kelly? Kelly, probably in there nearly 2 years.
Oh.
But I was slipping in and out still a little bit because of work purposes. But now, I will never live as, I mean, I changed my name the 1st of February to Kelly. I changed my driving licence, I changed my bank accounts, and I've just done my passport.
Wow.
When I went to Germany, that's the first time I ever travelled abroad as Kelly. That was quite interesting, nice.
You have a beautiful face, with beautiful eyes. Your eyes are your selling point.
Thank you.
They are.
But you can't chat me up.
And you have beautiful lips.
Yeah, the doctor
but
said
please
that.
don't do that thing Frenchie did.
I'm not doing that. I'm not a plastic. All I'm doing is just tightening up a little bit and just doing my eyes, opening my eyes because I've got opening my eyes a little bit more. That's all I'm really doing.
You even have a jawline. I don't even have a...
I was going to have my jaw altered and the doctor said I don't need to.
No.
He said you've got a feminine jaw anyway.
Yeah, the less you do.
Yeah.
Frenchie's had surgery. Why wasn't this an exclusive clip? At 12:08 this afternoon, Big Brother set Gary a challenge to convince the rest of the house that he was afraid of balloons.
The other housemates must believe that you really do have a phobia of balloons. Well, what happened? When I was in junior high, we had a poodle. We called her Roxy. And Roxanne used to get on my sister's bed a lot and scratch and leave little poodle fur there. And so what my dad did was blow up a balloon and then hold the little end at the end where the air goes in and comes out and pull it like this. And the balloon goes for a long time. It scared Roxy so much. And they would blow the balloon up, tighten a knot, and put the big balloon on the bed so she wouldn't get on it. So I'm going to reverse that and say the same thing happened to me because I was in the bed too long or something, and there would be a balloon on the bed, and I knew that balloon, when it wanted to, it would go and make that very scary high-pitched sound, which scared me, and therefore I don't want to see a balloon. It's okay to see them in pictures or at a distance. This is not a happy time sitting between these balloons.
Classic method acting from Gary there. Although you would struggle to believe that he's afraid of anything quite so small, wouldn't you? Apart from maybe Leslie. Brilliant, Leslie. And finally, at 1:23 this afternoon, as a continuation of the phobias task, Stephanie was strapped to a chair and forced to face her worst fears.
This is Big Brother. Phobia test activated.
Oh, that must be scary. Rob.
Stephanie must place her hands in her lap.
Brilliant.
No.
Oh my God.
I couldn't do that.
Bless her.
How can you watch this, George?
James, a new dance.
Oh, poor Stephanie. Do you know what she reminds me of? Do you remember that contestant on X Factor who got picked at judges' houses by Nicole to go through? Hi, Ryland. How's the day been? No, we haven't got time for the reality galleries. So let's head straight over to Nadia, Matt, and Stuart. Do you think I'm going to be in trouble? What's happening?
Right, well, we've got loads more exclusive videos from that phobia clip online to go and have a look. Also, we've got the exclusive tomorrow about whether they did pass or fail the overall task. So keep on.
Oh, so we haven't got that now?
No.
Oh, OK. What else we got? We've got loads of time, you know.
Oh, have we got loads?
Yeah.
All right, we've got some great tweets.
Yeah, we've got some great tweets. I've got one here from Sarah Strong. It says, Claire definitely doesn't deserve to be up. She's one of the most genuine, lovely, accepting people in there. Oh, I don't know about that. She can be a lot of fun. And she deserves to stay.
How do you think she would take it if she left first?
I'm a bit worried about her. I think she was really knocked by all that, you know, cleverer, more famous, that task, and with what Ricky said. And then I think she was really close to tears when Leslie nominated her. So I think she will take it really badly. She's a woman in her early 50s. You know, she's losing a bit of the.
Well, fingers crossed. She stays.
Keep her in.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask another question because we're
Can I just say
literally
one
out of time.
thing?
Quick.
Because I bet my mate that I'd say flapjack at some point, but I haven't got a place to say it, so just flapjack.
Let's all say it. Thank you very much. Big thanks to all of tonight's guests. Join me tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Duncan James is going to be here. DJ Nick Bright and the one and only Keith Chegwin will be in the studios. Till then, good night.